What's up, Instagram? We're live. We're going to talk about understanding selling as a photographer. I'm going to give it a few minutes for people to join. And hello. Comment training to sign up. For free 3-day. Hello, what's up, y'all? 3 free 3-day sales training. What's up? I'm just gonna pin this comment. Hello, hi Simone, what's up? Have you signed up for my free 3-day sales training? Hello. If you are joining, say hi. Let me know where you're joining from. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I pinned the comment. If you are here, let me know where you're joining from, where you're watching from. I would love that. Happy Monday. Hi, Lisa. Hello. What's going on? Let me know where you're joining from. And I am doing a free 3-day sales training for photographers. Oh my gosh, Simone, you have to be there because there's going to be an opportunity. So check your email, comment training, check your email because you got to be there. You got to be there. All photographers need to be there. Okay. So a free 3-day sales training. And so I wanted to hop on live to make sure that I talk about it, to make sure that everyone knows about this opportunity. What's up? Hi, Liz. Eliezer Cooper from NYC. Love that. Got Dallas in the building. What's up? Love that. I see Houston has entered the building as well. So that's what's up. So, what's going on, you guys? Happy Monday. I have not done a live in a couple of weeks. First of all, time is flying, okay? Second of all, I can't believe it's almost 2 weeks since WPPI. Like, what? This is so crazy. So it's been a minute. Things have been super busy on my end, but I'm excited because this is a fun and exciting week as I'm hosting a free 3-day sales training. 3 days, y'all. 3 whole days, okay? I'm hosting a sales training for photographers. And I put sales in the title of this because, Simone, no way you were at WPPI. No way. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I put sales. I missed you too, girl. I put sales in the title because selling is a vital part of having a photography business. And I think a lot of photographers struggle with this. They struggle with feeling good about selling. They struggle with how to sell, what to say, and all of the things. And so on this training, I'm going to be talking about the 4 keys to turning pro and helping you make, selling feel better. And it's really a you versus you thing. I also see a lot of photographers really focus on everybody else and like what everybody else is doing. But the more that you can stay focused on what you have going on and who you are called to serve, the better your business is going to be. Okay. So I'm hosting a 3 days, you guys, 3 days. I have not done a 3-day training ever. So this is just really exciting. Honestly, I've been prepping my slides and all of like the back end tech for all the things, just getting ready, but also prepping my mental capacity to share, to teach, and all the things. So this should be a fun week. I have coaching tomorrow with my Elevate community, and then I'm doing my 3-day training Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay. So if you struggle with sales, maybe you are not showing up consistently, right? Maybe you tell yourself you don't know what to say. You don't know what kind of content to put out there. Maybe you struggle with talking to your ideal client and like really honing down on who they are, what they want from you. Sorry, I keep hitting this cord. But I'm here to let you know that selling is such a vital part of having a photography business and having it have success behind it, right? Because we, at the end of the day, are selling our services. And a lot of times photographers just don't feel good about it. But I'm here to change that narrative. I'm here to help you feel good about selling, because selling truthfully is just an opportunity for someone to work with you, right? It's just an opportunity. It's just an offer. And the more that we can understand sales psychology and how to create messaging, how to create systems and workflows, and how to make it feel good to us, the better we're going to be. And this is a marathon. I tell people this all the time when it comes to your photography business and wanting more success and getting more clients and making more money. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And you want to be in business for a long time, right? You don't want to just be here for a short time. And so I think it's so important to understand better about business, more about selling, and just fill in the gaps in your business at all times. A lot of times photographers are so focused on the creative aspect of photography, and that is so important. Don't get me wrong. How you create and how your style of work and being able to recreate it time and time again is key and critical. But sometimes I see photographers staying stuck there for too long and not focusing on becoming a better business person, right? And understanding better about business, entrepreneurship, messaging, marketing, creating just a better, business operational system for yourself so that it feels good. And it is something that you're building on for longevity. So I'm excited. I'm hosting a free, I cannot say that fast. Hi, Rachel, what's up? Yes. This is me, girl. I would beg to differ, but it's okay, but if you struggle and you want to be on the training, sign up. Okay. So all you have to do is comment training. Totally free, 3 days. It will be live, okay? I will be teaching this training. I will be live. This is not no pre-recorded thing, none of that. Someone asked me in the DM, like, is this pre-recorded or like, will you be on live? I'm going to be on live and I'm going to be answering questions at the end of each night. And so I'm really excited. I have a lot of content to teach. I have a lot of stuff to go over, but I also will be answering questions and talking. And what I want to do, truthfully, is help people feel better about selling, okay? Is help them get over the ick, get over the angst of selling, and really become more confident as a business owner. Become more confident behind your business, right? Because some of you all are not running it properly, okay? You're so kind. I definitely need this training. You're so sweet, Rachel. So sweet. So, if you struggle with that consistency, right? And like, I think one thing I really want to point out for people that might be listening to me. First of all, I just jumped on here and started rambling. Let me backtrack a little bit and introduce myself, okay? So if you're new, what's up, you guys? My name is Ray Whitney. I am a wedding and portrait photographer and a business coach to creatives, specifically photographers. I have had my business for over a decade and I've been full-time, going on 9 years. And so I have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. I have gone through all kinds of trials and tribulations, wins, and all of the things. I'm an educator and I'm a speaker. I have a podcast, the Ray Whitney Podcast. Go check it out. So I've been in this game for a long time. Okay. I got the receipts and everything. And so now I have the honor and privilege of working with other photographers and helping them inside of their businesses, helping them to make more money, to create something that's sustainable, that feels good to them so that they can authentically show up and be proud of the business that they're building and the direction that they want to go and not like let this business haphazardly run them. Okay. Tell me you're following in your gift without telling me. So sweet. Stop. Don't y'all try to get on here and have me crying. No, it is truthfully, man, if I go back and think about my story, honestly, I never thought that I would be a photographer. I never even knew about the professional world of photography at all. I've always loved photography and cameras and photos since I was a little girl, as long as I can remember, but I never knew about the professional world of photography. And inserts this class that I decided to take one day. I got introduced by a coworker's mom who was taking this course in DC back in 2010. And I found out about it and I decided to jump out and say, hey, I'm going to take this class when I get off work on Thursdays. Why not? I'm going to learn about photography. Still didn't know anything. And you all, my life has changed so much. Photography is numbers. I went to Howard University majoring in finance and accounting. I am a numbers girl. I was raised by a mathematician. I was raised by educators. My father is a historian. My mother was a mathematician. Both of them have been teachers all of my life. And so I just knew, what I knew to do was like go to college, graduate, get a job. And I did that. And like to be honest, I wasn't the best employee. I didn't love what I did, but I found this thing. I found this photography class and I decided to take it. And it changed everything for me. And so then I walked into this world of photography, this professional world of photography. Green, baby. I was a fish out of water. I didn't know much about it. And so Over the years, I literally had to learn. I scraped, I studied, I invested, I made mistakes. got lessons, and I've built this business from the ground up. Okay. What's up? Howard is in the building. Yes. What's up, Willie and Kim? Oh, got all my people on here. What's up, you guys? So if you're anything like that, like maybe you started your photography business off of a passion and a love, you found out that it's actually way more business than it is just photography. And while we wish it was way more photography than business, that's just not the truth, right? And so it really takes having a keen sense of business and a keen sense of the direction in which you want to go and the creative in which you are and the type of clients that you want to work with so that you can be super intentional about the direction, right? But it also takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of sacrifice and dedication to put your work out there, to put your creative endeavors, your creative mind, your creative makings into the world for them to be judged and liked by others, right? I tell people all the time, we're not photographers for like any and everybody. Like, I'm not here to be a photographer for anybody that comes my way. It's just not possible, and it's really not my desire, right? My truest desire is to work with people that are aligned with me, that have similar core values, that respect, trust, and love me as a creative, that see my value. And because I've learned how to position my value, because I've learned how to build my brand and build my business and build these things up, I'm able to teach other photographers, right? Where they fall, where I might see gaps in their business, I'm able to strategize and I'm able to get in the nitty gritty of what they have going on and help them make big or small shifts that then turn into big monumental movements for their business. And it's just, I love it here. So I literally started off, I didn't know about the professional water photography, and man, oh man, was I in for an awakening, right? There's so much that comes with business. There's so much that comes with business. And, truthfully, when I first started out, I didn't have a lot of people to learn from. Like, it wasn't the same back in 2011 and 2012. You didn't have all of these different educators to learn from, specifically people that like looked like me, that serviced people that looked like me. I just didn't have that. And so I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of investing in all kinds of outside courses, programs, mentorships, coaching, in order to really grow my business and go in the direction that I wanted to go in. And I never imagined, I never was like, oh, one day I'm going to grow up and be a professional photographer. I didn't even know what that meant, right? But what I did know is that I've always had a sense of a business understanding, in a sense. Like, when I think back on my journey and my trajectory, I had a uncle he was like one of my closest uncles. I used to spend a lot of time with him in the summer. He had a brick and mortar, a clothing shop, and I spent a lot of time in his clothing shop, and I spent a lot of time around him selling and him servicing his clients and him having a very high referral based business, right? He ended up having 2 brick and mortars in the Richmond area. And then on the flip side, my mother went down the journey of entrepreneurship for a while too, right? She had a restaurant, and she used to, kind of just service people and what very much so creative. So I've had experiences with entrepreneurship. My other experience that I think about heavily is also my uncle, who was and is still a farmer. And so in the summers, if I wasn't with one uncle, I was with the other uncle, they're brothers, and I was on the farm. And he is an entrepreneur, right? He was selling his farmed goods. So he had wheat and soy and corn and tobacco. Back in the day when I was a little girl, he had tobacco fields, right? And so I've had these experiences with entrepreneurship and, watching people be their own boss and watching people be of service to others. But I never really, it's like I'm putting the puzzle pieces together the older I get. Especially with my business now. And now that I've been in business, now that I've had my business for the last over 10 years, which I cannot believe, I've built this thing from the ground up. I built something that I love. I get to work with people that I love. I get to coach other photographers, and I get to speak on stages. I get to host workshops and retreats and conferences and things for other photographers so they can get in their bag and that they can learn from somebody that they can really resonate from in a genuine way, in a real way, right? My people get real results, right? And so it's just really an honor and a privilege. So when I saw Kelly mention like walking in calling and walking by faith, man, like this is truthfully it. And I feel so many shifts happening for me in my business. And it's just really cool. And so I'm just riding the wave. Yep, tracking up that hill. Yes, that Howard Hill, honey, going to that school of business, right? Like, and so it's so cool too how I'm able to use my business degree in my own business as an entrepreneur, from marketing to finance to accounting to just understanding business acumen, auditing, bookkeeping, all of those things, right? And I recognize, so many people tell me this all the time, but I recognize that in a sense, I'm a bit of a unicorn when it comes to this like creative that I am, right? Like I'm a true creative. Like I love to create. Like I love all the things that kind of live outside of the box of creating. Like I love to work with people. I love to like lean on my uniqueness and just like be in my zone. But then there's this other side of me that is very like logical and strategic and very intentional when it comes to my business and when it comes to the business of others that I coach and work with. And I have this like knack for numbers, right? This knack for data and information. And so I've always pushed the envelope when it came to my business. I've always been very intentional and strategic about where I was going, what I was doing, what kind of marketing efforts I was putting forth, even if I might have not named it and said it was a marketing effort, right? And so I think that I say all this to say that if you're new around here, like you're in a really good place to learn, to grow. If you know that, man, like that's really where I slack off. Like the business side is where I really fall off. Like you talk about data, girl, I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? You talk about selling, I don't feel comfortable in it. You talk about messaging or honing in or, you know, just being more legit with your business, not like haphazardly running it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if that's what you're talking about, you're in the right place, right? And so, so that's a little bit about me. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about myself on the training. It's not about me, but a lot of times I share my story so that other people can resonate and understand where I come from. I have been and still in the shoes of a creative, running a creative business, right? And have for a really long time. I've created my whole life. I look around and everything around me is something that I created. And I'm so proud of that, right? And so I'm also super proud of being able to see other people do that same thing, blow their own mind on what's possible for them in their photography business, right? I just got back from one of my favorite conferences, WPPI in Vegas, and it was phenomenal. And I got to talk to so many new photographers and see some old friends and things like that. And one of the conversations I was having with the photographer was when just kind of talking about when she first started and how she was able to be super intentional about like how she wanted her business to start. And I think a lot of times with photographers, what I see is that we kind of just like let whatever happened to us come and we just kind of haphazardly or just like letting it happen, as opposed to being intentional and strategic about like who it is you're called to serve and how you're going to show up and serve them and how you're going to continue to sell and market and promote to them, and then how you're going to build that client experience. And just hearing her story, like she started her business with 3 kids as a stay-at-home mom, and she started her photography business. And she didn't just let anything just happen to her. She went to a certain type of neighborhood looking for a certain type of family or certain type of person that was making an X amount of dollars so that she could be paid well if she was going to be paid for this thing that she was going to do, right? And I was just like, that was so smart. And I love just hearing stories like that. I love bouncing off ideas and learning and things like that, and just taking it back to other photographers, like creating a space and a community for other photographers to learn off of each other and understand that you do not have to put yourself in any type of box, right? That you might feel like or see on social media. You should not be comparing yourself to any other photographer, right? A lot of times it's you versus you, and it is you that's actually holding you back from that next level, right? Because of your overthinking, because of your procrastination, because of your, analysis paralysis, because of your lack of support and accountability that you actually need to move the needle forward, right? So that's why I do what I do. I feel like I'm on a little bit of a ramble, but that's what I do. But longest story short is I'm hosting a training, okay? A 3-day training for photographers. It is happening on Wednesday of this week, and I'm so excited. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it will be for about an hour long. And it's going to be really good. It's called Building Behind the Lens. Building Behind the Lens. Because at the end of the day, like, a big part of what we do is building the business behind the lens. Once you have your style and once you feel good about all, what you're creating, what are you building behind the lens that's going to help you create longevity, that's going to help you create the money and the sales in your business, so that you're not just like running this expensive kind of hobby, right? Like it there's a point where it toys that line from running an expensive hobby to like actually kind of turning pro and being intentional about that business and all the things that you're doing. So Building Behind the Lens, free training that's happening. And I'm doing this as a way to help other photographers feel good about their sales, and also to take full control of your business in 2024. Take full control of your business in 2024. Like, let this be the year where you stop sitting on the sidelines. You stop like scrolling and watching what everybody else is doing, and you get in the arena and you play, right? You get in the arena and you start trying things out, and you start pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone to reach those goals that are outside of your comfort zone. Oh yes, so the training will be at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. It is all virtual and totally live, okay? We're going to be live up in the Zoom. We are going to be live in the Zoom. So all you have to do is comment training, and me and my mini bot will get you the link over to your DM, and you can register and be there with us. I have a lot of exciting things that I'll be sharing on the training. I have some real exciting things, some exciting things that's coming to the training. Y'all know I got to do a giveaway, okay? I got to do a Ray's Favorite Thing giveaway. So a giveaway will be happening for someone that attends the training all 3 days and actually continues to work with me more. I also will be opening an opportunity for us to work together all freaking Q2, okay? All of Q2, we will have an opportunity to work together. So I'm so geeked for that, because you have to, the time is now. The time is now, and you owe it to yourself to do something different. Yes, Simone, training. Okay, good, Lisa. I'm glad that you commented training. Simone, I hope to see you there. I really hope to see you there, girl. I cannot believe I missed you at WPPI. That's kind of weird, but I'm going to let it slide. It was a really good time. And I feel like that's where we first met too. But so, so you owe it to yourself to get off the sidelines and to take yourself more serious, to take your gifts and your talents more serious, to show up big, to show up as your authentic self, your unique authentic self, right? To stop watching everybody else kind of do the things that you want to do, and you put in that action. And a lot of times, like, photographers, like, we're creatives and we just sit in overthinking. We want to know everything. We want to kind of control every little piece of what is next and what's to come with the business. And that's just not how it always works, right? It's not about like the control of it all. It's about putting things into action, right? I love to work with action takers. So if you know you're an action taker and you about to put in that work, I'm the type of coach you want to work with, because I love that. Yes, Q2 is about to be so lit. It's going to be so good. It's going to be such a transformational quarter for a lot of people to kind of take off. And this is our season, y'all. Photographers, is our season. Spring is about to spring. The weather is about to get even better. You know, we have so much coming up, whether it's Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation, prom, whether it is, newly engaged people, and wedding season and engagement season, and, just summertime. There's so much coming up, and there's so much opportunity that's available, but you have to get out of your own way. You got to get out your own way, okay? I got there on Wednesday, but that's why I missed you. Oh, okay. I was there. I was there till Thursday. I was there to Thursday. I actually spoke on Thursday morning at 8 a.m. So it's all good. It's all good. So if you know that you want to make more consistent money in your business, then you need to be at this training. If you know it's time to take your gifts and your passions more serious this year, don't let 2024 be a year where you're like, oh man, I shoulda, I coulda, I wish I woulda. If I coulda, I shoulda. Like, don't let this be another year of that, right? Like, get sick of yourself for that, right? Like, we got to do something different. And let me say this, and I want to be clear when I say this. Everybody is scared, right? Everybody has fear. Everybody does it. Like, I don't always know the exact thing. Like, getting on this live, I don't know who's going to show up. I don't know if people are going to talk back to me. You know, I don't know. I don't know if people are going to show up to the train. I don't know. But all I can do is give an opportunity, right? All I can do is show up, talk about the offer, talk about the opportunity until my face is blue in a myriad of ways to catch different people at different places, and then give value, right? And give that opportunity to others. Like, that's all I can do. And it's the same for you, right? Somebody on this live need to hear this. You think you've posted about your sessions or your services one time, maybe two, maybe four. Maybe you've posted about 4 times and you're mad that people aren't booking. That's just not enough. It's not enough, right? Like, we have to create a well-oiled machine when it comes to this business, especially around marketing and promotion. It has to be this thing that kind of is just always kind of pumping out, right? And so selling is just a big part of that, okay? So maybe you want to go full time one day in your business, or maybe you just want to prove to yourself that you can make pretty good money as a photographer, right? You want to stay in your 9 to 5, but you just want to make pretty good money as a photographer, but you know that the business side is where you're slacking. Yeah? Anybody? If that's you, you need to be on this training, okay? It's going to be really, really good. So building behind the lens, it's happening on Wednesday. And if there's any questions, I want to say, if anybody has questions about the training, or selling, or maybe you want to just share something in the comments, I'm all ears. I would love to hear that. It actually would bring a lot of spark to this here live, because I think lives are best when we have like conversation going. So I really appreciate everybody that's commented. My little cousin would be great for this. Oh, I love that. Yes, tell them. And especially for the newer photographers, for the photographers that are maybe younger and getting started, and just, you know, there's a super easy entry barrier for the industry of photography. Just pretty much have a camera, quote unquote. But I feel like when you start to get in it and you're building something for longevity, you have to be way more intentional and strategic about the business, right? It's not just about having a camera and having a couple lenses. It's just not just about that. It's so much more to it. And you have to be always like covering yourself and legitimizing your business and being able to know how to differentiate yourself from others. I have heard you from Imaging in DC 2 years ago. I love that. Oh, you won the after shoot membership. Looking forward to hearing more about your training. Yes. Oh, thank you so much for joining me, Danny. Thank you so much for joining me. I love that. Definitely come to the free training if this is, you know, if you are wanting to take your business up a notch, maybe fill in some holes and some gaps, legitimize the things that you're doing, get better at selling, find yourself in community of other photographers where you can be supported and seen and valued and things like that. So I'm geeked about it. It's going to be really, really good. Hi, Isora. Thank you for joining me on this live. So building behind the lens is going down again, 3 days, y'all, 3 evenings. Okay. 3 days, free training this week. So I'm trying to tell everybody. So tell your friends to tell a friend to tell a freaking friend, okay, to come to the training. I've never done a multi-day training like this. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I think we're going to have a really, really, really good time. And I'm really excited for each and every photographer that joins me on there to get the gems. And that will be dedicated to making 2024 an amazing year for their photography business. Stop playing on the sidelines. Stop watching everybody else, right? Stop talking yourself out of the things that you know you need to do, right? Like, make this year an intentional year where you show up bigger, better, right? scared, because we do it scared over here. It's okay to be scared. You're doing a lot of new stuff, and that brings up those emotions. And anytime outside of your comfort zone as a human, we're going to have fear. We're going to be scared. But we can't let fear stop us all the time, right? A lot of times, fear is going to stop you from making some of the best decisions, best moves you could ever make, especially when it comes to your business, right? Nothing about what we're going to do in business is going to feel comfy cozy. It's just not, right? Sometimes we get those feelings when we show up to a client, a new client, or a new venue that you have to shoot at, or you know, like we get those feelings of, oh my gosh, am I good enough for this? Am I able to do this? I'm nervous, right? But we don't let those, like those action takers, those people that are driven, you don't let those feelings stop you. You let them fuel you, right? And when you're supported and you have the right people around you, everything is going to be okay, right? And if you have goals and dreams of making your business, making more money, making it bigger, serving a bigger impact, reaching more people, then you have to be willing to do something different to get a different result. You have to be willing to feel that fear, feel that resistance that you feel that feeling that you have on the inside, and still push through and show up, okay? So it's going to be really good. I tell you, the days, this week has come so fast. Just March, like, where did March go? Where did March go? Wow, it's March 18th. And so I'm excited to be doing this training, like after imaging, after WPPI, after big conferences like this, so that photographers can really like woosah on all the things that they learn and put some stuff into action, right? Put some, strategies and some intentionality behind what they're doing in business, so that they can reach bigger goals, right? And so maybe you've never made $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in your business before per month, or maybe you've just never made that in general, right? Maybe you've told yourself this is the year that you're going to just like really go for it, go for the gusto, no matter how you feel, right? And so if that's that, this training is going to be such a good like boost for you of confidence, of information, of community, of support, and all the things. So I'm excited for it. I'm super excited for it. So I just wanted to hop on and talk about understanding selling as a photographer. Selling is a vital piece of the success of our business. We have to know and learn how to sell in a way that feels good to us. We have to know how to speak to our value, and speak to what we bring to the table. And we have to be able to dissect some pieces of our business so that you can create messaging that feels good and it speaks to what you do, right? So there's a process to selling. There's a psychology to selling. And it doesn't have to feel bad. It doesn't have to feel gross. It doesn't have to feel baggy, right? It's just an opportunity and an offer for those that it's good for. That's it. It's just an opportunity to offer for those that it's good for, right? So this training, just an opportunity to offer for those that it's good for. If you've been in search of, man, I want to learn from somebody, I want to get better at selling, I need to get better at business, I need to take this thing more serious, then this is an opportunity for you to do just that, right? This is an answered prayer. This is an answered wish. And I'm excited for you and for you to help you and to push you and to see you soar and just do things that maybe you thought was not possible for yourself, because it is possible. So there will be a little bit of mindset stuff that we'll work through in the training, because mindset is big. Like, I can teach you strategy all day, but if you don't believe it in your mind, right? If you don't believe that you're worthy, you're capable, you have all that you need, that you're good enough, right? Then you're not going to put into action the strategies, right? So let's make 2024 an incredible year, you all together, everybody. One accord, okay? One accord. My coach tells me we getting the whole pie. We getting the whole pie in 2024. And I'm so here for that. I'm so here for that. So yes, I'm the type of coach that has a coach. I believe that if you ever work with a coach, make sure they have a coach. Well, vet them out. A good coach has a coach. Let me just say that. That's all I'm going to say. I've been in this thing for a really long time. I've seen a lot of different things. And not only do I have a coach, but I have receipts. And so I'm excited to share off some testimonials from my past clients, their wins, their aha moments, their amazing mental shifts that they've been able to make, the strides that I've been able to make in my business, just all the things. We're going to have a good time at this training. So come and join us, be a part of it. I'm going to hop on tomorrow to talk more about the training, because I'll be talking about this thing until the end. Because why not? I got to make sure that my people know that this is possible and available. Yeah, building behind the lens, y'all. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. If you're ready to turn pro, if you're ready to take things up a notch, reach that next level, I'm ready for you. I'm super excited. I'm going to say this too, Simone, if you're still here, I'm going to say this because I know you're here. For all of my Pass from Hobbyist to Pro members, like you've already been in from Hobbyist to Pro, there's an incredible deal that's going to be happening on this training for you. If you are a Pass from Hobbyist to Pro, it's an amazing deal. And if you want to be a part of that From Hobbyist to Pro community, work with me in Q2, an amazing deal. Okay, so Simone, I really don't want you to miss out on this, because we've kind of talked about this a little bit before a couple months ago. So this is an opportunity that I don't want you to miss out on, okay, for Q2. And for any photographer that's on here that's like, man, I need to get the business together. Like, I'm not running it right. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. It's giving a little bit of ghetto. Selling feels disgusting to me. I'm not showing up consistently, which then makes my sales not be consistent. I have not really honed in on who I'm talking to and how I'm going to showcase my value, right? I don't know anything about the sales of psychology, like the psychology of selling, like selling just feels disgusting. If any of that is true for you, then I really want you to come and join this training so we can help you make some steady income and we can watch you soar from Q2, Q3, and Q4. This is our time. This is our time, photographers, okay? So don't sit on the sidelines anymore. Don't sit in overwhelm. Don't sit in confusion. Don't sit in overthinking. Let's get this work. Let's get this work. I'm so excited about it, okay? So I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to hop on live probably tomorrow, and I'll be talking about it in stories. If there's questions, please come to my DMs. Ask me any questions that you might have. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Keena's so cute. Keena is so cute. What'd she say? Bray has taught me how to say my price and be solid. The best coach ever. I love that. All right. So I'm going to let y'all go. Have a great evening. Okay, good, Simone. I'll see you there. And good night.